Hello.
Hello, and
Oh, cool, sweet. Hey,
welcome to the Knee Slaps and Wheezes podcast.
you still have
Episode
some
2.
wheezes? Dude, episode 2. We've done it.
We've crossed the threshold, it seems.
We've doubled the knee slaps and wheezes cinematic universe.
It's begun. Anyway, are we going to stick with that title? Knee Slaps and Wheezes.
I have no idea. Depends if this gets funny. If this actually gets funny.
That's Knee Slap number 2, guys, for episode 2. We need to get it out of the way.
But that was the mission for the rest. The next hour is to get you to wheeze.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Possible.
Yeah, that's it.
Kim Possible.
Anyway.
After that show ended.
That show ended.
Yeah.
Kim Possible.
Yeah.
You know she's 18?
Is that true?
Yeah, Kim Possible's 18.
She's 18 now. Yeah, now.
Now? So she wasn't 18 in the show?
She wasn't at some point in the past, yeah. She'd be 18 now, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure. Didn't she go to high school?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about Kim Possible.
What?
All I know is that she's a thought.
Well, I mean, she's a spy first, but whatever.
I mean, she can slap my knee.
Oh shit, I just realized.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. We should actually get on track. What are you talking about?
Just say it because I can cut whatever.
I was some bad knee slapping dick. Like
Knee
a dick that
slapping
slaps on your
dick.
knees.
Your dick slaps on your knees.
Yeah.
Is that what the knee slaps are about now?
Yeah.
So
it's like knee slaps and
that
wheezes.
sound that you've been hearing,
Yeah, that's just like
that's just my dick.
dick slapping on the knee.
Sorry, that's
like-
just the phallic object in my pants.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be swinging if you have pants on. Slapping.
Depends how baggy the pants are.
But still, what?
Anyway, 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes was the last recording.
Yeah, that was way too long.
Yeah, I reckon, and I cut down about 10 minutes off of that or something like that. And so that was just ums, ahs, gaps, and that's about it. And
So there's only 10 minutes of ums, ahs, and gaps.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, well, that's better than what I thought we would do.
Well, yeah, like we thought we were only going to last not even an hour, but now we have a bit of a schedule to go on. We're
Yeah.
limiting to about an hour now, plus 20 minutes overtime. So that's
That's
if
the
we get
plan.
really into a topic. And who the fuck
Hopefully.
knows? Maybe we'll go longer. Maybe we'll go shorter. We don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, I reckon we sort of just feel out how we go. I mean, last time we thought we'd only go 45 minutes. We went 2 hours. I think that's sort of the way we go. We can get better at speaking for 2 hours.
Yeah,
And we'll eventually have shit to talk about for 2 hours.
yeah. So I was thinking, we touched on last episode some some childhood points, like some just stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, is there any embarrassing moments from your childhood that you
Oh, fuck.
you think back on and it just makes you as soft as you are if you're you're up in the Himalayas or some shit, you know?
What?
I mean, your dick would be pretty soft and tiny in the Himalayas. Why do you think all the monks have small dicks there?
I don't know. I figured because they never use them. I don't know.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
But seriously,
Embarrassing.
well, just anything really, anything interesting that you did that was stupid, or even your teen years, I guess. Well, I heard that you drank or ate something really fucking retarded. Salt.
Oh, salt. The salt story. Alright. That's right. That actually happened. Fuck. Yeah, that was stupid. I don't remember how we got a salt shaker, but it was this had to have been year 9 or 10, or was that area next to the tuck shop in front of behind the one in front, the area in front of the building behind the art block.
The area behind, in front, around,
What
near, around,
I forgot what.
kind of underneath.
It went D block, and then something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But it was it was the area in front of that building. It was a really good area.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's where we hung out for year 10.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put salt in water.
I'm trying to remember where we found the. No, I didn't put salt in water. It was just straight salt.
Just oh fuck.
Like we got I think just someone brought a salt shaker to school, or like someone.
And you just called it eating salt, drinking salt.
And I'm like, hey guys, that's a bottle of salt. Do you dare me to eat it? And they're like, what the fuck? No. Why would we ever dare you to do that?
No, drink it.
Well, I dare myself. So I grabbed the salt shaker, like twisted so it's like the big hole instead of just a little slit, like when you do to salt it, just the big one for when you're making a cake.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, so I had a good mouthful or two.
I guess
Easy.
it was from home economics.
Oh yeah, because then one of the home ec teachers came out and she called me a fucking idiot.
Just straight up a fucking idiot.
Yeah, she's like, why did you do that? You're a fucking idiot. And I'm like,
you should have said, you're a fucking idiot too.
I'm like, yeah, you're a
Why'd
fucking
you leave
idiot.
these out for students to get to?
You're a fucking idiot for giving it to me. Like,
it's just like Confucius says, you point one finger at them, but you point 3 fingers back at yourself.
Holy shit, that's true.
It's actually her fault. Was it a her or him? I don't fucking know.
I think it was Miss Pelican. So
I'll have to bleep that.
That's right. You can't use names or whatever, can you?
Well, it'd just be better not to. I mean, I don't need to bleep it, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you probably up to you. I don't think it matters. But yeah, I drank like what felt like half the bottle. It was like one of those small table ones.
Yeah.
I drank what felt like half of that, and I'm like, then she took the salt shaker, and then I felt like a god because I had so much salt. And then I started getting dehydrated and like dizzy, and I had to sit down.
That's just the side effects of being a god.
And yeah, my mouth just started getting like really dry and salty and bad. Like it pretty much felt like what coral feels like and would probably taste like, I guess.
Yeah, so you basically have cold throat.
Basically, yeah. It was like that faint smell of blood in your nose. I just had to sit down, and I'm like, guys, I don't feel too good. And then I'm laying down on this
Fades
chair.
away.
I'm just like laying there, like, guys, if I die, something. And then I made some final wish that didn't end up happening because I'm still here.
So I almost accidentally killed my sister.
Recently?
No. When I was younger.
Yeah.
I was at a mate's place, and he had this creek, and it had a big ass wall, and there was this big rock that was kind of like unhinged a little bit. It was like it had wriggle room.
Yeah.
And this thing was about the size of my torso now, and like my head.
Okay.
So like it was a pretty big fucking rock.
Yeah.
And Jess was down the bottom, like just I don't know what she was doing. I think she was looking into the water or some shit.
Yeah.
And this rock tumbles right past her.
Oh fuck.
Like I called out her name. She moved, but like if I didn't say anything, she might have been hit by that. Like that's fucked. That's just the country though. Like you do stupid shit like that all the time.
Yeah, it's just crazy shit happens all the time. Just no one's there to see it, so technically it doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of a precursor there.
Yeah.
Precursor orb.
Dude, Jack and Daxter in real life.
Oh god. Yeah, she's got to jump over the boulders.
So wait, did you push the rock down to kill her?
I don't know. I just felt like nudging the rock loose, and I didn't really see her there.
Oh.
And it was that same place actually that like bodies and shit were buried under apparently.
Oh shit.
Yeah, some like family members or some shit. Not from their family, but previous owners.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
that was almost a horror movie.
Well, that's the thing. Like that night, like the way the house worked is the front of it was like a hall, kind of. It's like it was once a veranda, and it just got like covered up, and it's now a long room. And they got a bed that separates this room from like another long room that goes down the house even further.
Yeah.
So it was basically a big L-shaped hall that goes around the side of the house. And I was on this bed, and one night the door opens.
Shit.
The front door opens, and I didn't see anyone go out. And I'm just like, I'm shaking. Like I'm like, this is fucked. And this person comes walking towards me. I'm like, holy shit! Like, it's one of those paralysis moments. Like you can't move, you can't say anything. Turns out it's just his mum. But it was so spooky how she approached me. Like,
what the fuck?
I got fucking scared as
That's just
shit.
no, she was a ghost.
Yeah, she was an actual spooky ghost.
Ghosts are real, by the way.
That was pretty tame though. Oh yeah. Have you got any ghost stories?
Well, the only one that I still think actually happened. You know, how just crazy shit happens, and you're like, no, it was 100% a ghost. But then you look back on it. Actually, I do have two stories. One was one that turned out to be fake, and one that I'm pretty sure is true, but it's probably fake. So this happened when I was like 7. But the fake one was when I was in the scouts, and we went to some big massive jamboree camp thing with like 12 other scout groups. So it was like my little group of like 5 people, and then everyone else, and we all had to be split into like 5 different groups. So each member in our scout group had to go to a different like section in this camp thing for different activities and shit. And they're like, yeah, go and make new friends or whatever you meant to do in like Harry Potter and stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm already here with people I know, and these guys are already my friends. And then you don't get to go camping with them. Lame as fuck. But yeah, our scout leader told us a ghost story about this place on the way there and while we were there, and he kept telling us spooky shit that had happened, and we kept believing him.
Yeah.
He told us how there was once a group of scouts, 5 scouts, and he's like, the way he told the story was like, there were like fill-in characters for each of us, and because I was like the second in command, because I was like the second oldest at the time, he's like, oh yeah, there was like a second in command, and he was like a real dumbass or whatever.
he was just taking like
he was just taking the
face,
absolute.
He's like he's trying to characterize you so you could relate.
Oh yeah, he's taking the absolute piss. Like there was a guy named Reese, and he's like, oh yeah, and there was this one little kid named like Rice, and he drowned in the river going canoeing, and we were like, oh my god, Rice, that's almost like Reese.
Oh
and
no,
we just bought it. But it freaked us out when the shit in the story that he told us actually sort of felt like it was happening while we were camping. It's like in the story he was telling us, this character Rice, in quotation marks, drowned in the river going canoeing. And like the 3rd day, Reese actually almost fell out of the canoe and drowned. Like he actually almost, like him and his life preserver almost fell off.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, that was like super scary. And I'm like, dude, it's just like in the story. The story's happening, like,
Dude,
for
it's
real.
like a cartoon episode.
Yeah, it was wacky. It was wild. And I had my camera with me, and we were just taking photos all the time. And like 3 photos looked like they were ghosts. 2 of them turned out to be like wrong. Like just, oh no, that's just a person.
Yeah.
And then there was one we took of like a tree, and it looked like there was actually someone standing in in this tree.
What the fuck?
Looking at us, and we're like, dude, that's so damn scary. Like we don't know what to do. And we actually left that camp still believing the ghost story because of the photo, and because our scout leader was so adamant that it was true. He's like, yeah, it was true, straight up. And we're like, yeah, dude, that was actually hella fucking scary, but we survived. So what's the goal with that? And he's like, got lucky, I guess.
Fuck.
But yeah, I actually then found out like 6 months later, like I figured out how to zoom in on a photo properly on my camera, and I'm like, oh no, that's not a person, that's just leaves in a tree.
Wait, so it wasn't like a disposable camera?
No, it was like a good digital camera.
Oh shit, alright.
It was just like I'd zoom in, but it would zoom in like to the middle, but it was like off to the center.
Yeah.
At the time, because I was a dipshit little kid, I'm like, I don't know how to zoom in properly on this thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that
was just really weird.
What about the other ghost story?
Oh, that was when I was even younger. I think I got up in the middle of the night for some reason, and at this house there was my room, and just as you leave the room, there's a hallway, but then you can also turn left to the living room, and you turn left to look into the living room, and then there's the dining room, and then there's the back door, and then there's the big patio.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, and I turn left to go to the living room, and all I see is just this fucking guy standing on the fucking patio, just staring at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
fucked.
What the fuck is this? It's like fucking midnight.
I think I've had a few of those. Yeah, I've had a few of those instances. Like
there's just I swear there's just a guy just standing there staring at me, and I'm like,
my whole family believed there was a little girl ghost that was in our house out in the country, and I actually remember seeing her at the front like at the door. I don't like remember saying anything to mum or anything, but apparently I did, and so I slept in Jess's bunk bed like most of the time. We watched TV and shit, but yeah, like most of the stuff out there was just seeing like these weird fucking things. Like Jess one time pointed out a massive wolf, and it looked like a massive wolf, but then like the next day we worked out it was just like the log.
Yeah.
Because like this tree had fallen down or some shit. And
Yeah, no.
yeah, it was just like these little Scooby Doo moments, I guess you can say.
You're a kid and you can mistake just regular things for a ghost or a monster.
Yeah, your imagination goes wild, really.
It's fucking cool. I really like that.
Yeah, and like because it's so desolate, you forget whenever you're out on your own, out in the paddock. And it's like anything can be out here. Like there could be anyone, anything. Like people are just so far apart. But yeah, like that was most of my childhood, just these little small things that we kind of believed. Our school actually, there was this big rumor at our school. We had this really old, massive gum tree that was hollowed out in the middle. Yeah. And it was burnt. It was burnt in the middle. And the story was around the community that like there was a Hunter's Hill, this thing called it was like the Hunter's Hill or some shit. Like it was a mound pretty much at the back of the school. Yeah. And this was near the tree, and apparently someone had put his wife and his kids in this tree and burnt them alive, and then brought out their bones and like buried it under this mound. And like people fucking believed this, like
oh my god.
And it was scary because it somehow matched up a little bit because the tree inside of the tree was burnt.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's fucking scary. Yeah, like there was a lot of these stupid urban legends that went around. At some point, I think we thought of the Yowie. We used to think a Yowie was at this place called Hunter's Hill, which is an actual place.
What's a Yowie really quick?
Huh?
Explain what a Yowie is.
Oh, a Yowie is basically the Australian Bigfoot that Aboriginals believed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was pretty spooky, actually. You can see some spooky kids' stories of that.
So you reckon it could actually be a Yowie? There was a Yowie at your school?
I don't know.
Like
I don't know anything. It's like you just don't know because it's so open.
Oh yeah,
there's so much land cover.
The funny thing is, it was probably just nothing. It's probably just a tree struck by lightning.
Yeah,
it's just kids making up stories. Like 100%, that's what it was.
But the tree was alive. That was also the funny thing. It still had leaves and shit that grew on it, but it was just hollowed out and burnt in the middle.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's like got some weird history that not even I can think of.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's kind of the childhood. But my spookiest stories were like during early teen years.
What's the spookiest story?
All right, well, I knew this guy called Josh.
Josh.
Yeah, and he had this place in Gatton. Oh no, I'm gonna have to bleep that out. And I don't think it really matters too much.
You don't have to bleep Josh.
No.
Or is Josh already a fake name?
I think Josh... Well, that's the thing, you don't know. I don't think Josh would mind.
That's just genius storytelling, dude.
Exactly. And anyway, he had this place, and it was like... Just a lot of shit happened. Whenever you closed the door, they would slam open. And this is in the winter when we closed all the windows and shit. Yeah. They would just fucking slam open. And yeah, that was one of the spooky things. That happened multiple times whenever I closed the door. He's like, "Don't close the doors, or it will happen." Anyway,
that's really scary. A ghost won't let you close any of your doors.
There was no explanation for it. His mother was asleep and all that shit. Like everyone was asleep. No explanation at all. And you can hear people walking through the house. So also, whenever we were sitting down playing games out in the lounge room, our feet would get very cold, even if it was hot temperature. Our theory was that it was a ghost dog that licked our feet. Because whenever you took photos out there, you would catch orbs. Have you ever seen orbs in photos?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, these orbs were shaped always like a dog, like a kind of like a pit bull sort of thing.
So you had a ghost dog at this house?
Yeah, we reckon it was a ghost dog, for real.
Dude, that's cool.
And also, Josh's mum's daughter would come around and Josh's mum would just say go, like, because the weirdest shit would happen whenever she came, like demonic shit apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was pretty intense. But the worst thing that ever happened was when he came to my place.
Wait,
And
who did?
we were playing
Josh.
Borderlands 2 on our laptops, but
Yeah.
I had gone to sleep. He was still on the ground just playing it. And I got up, I looked out my window, and at my window was a fucking alien.
What
I
the?
swear to God, cunt, like big black cunt eyes and just like staring into my soul. But then I wake up again
Whoa,
and he's
what?
still there on the ground. And I'm like, dude, did you see that? He's like, no. I'm like, there was a fucking alien, I swear to God, outside my window. And I looked again and it's just nothing there. So that was really fucking scary.
That's fucked.
And I've had a few of those experiences actually. But anyway, we should move on to something else, I think.
Yeah, it's a couple of ghost stories apiece. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, more for the future, I guess. Because there are more
Like a Halloween themed episode.
Halloween themed.
Yeah. End of all the way through October, just Halloween, spooky.
Back on kind of like the embarrassing childhood shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean more like just stupid things a kid would do. Like when I was like 6 or something, I laid down in the bathtub
Yeah.
and I peed. And because my penis was flopped back towards my face, it actually went into my mouth.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like disgusting. Like that's just an example of like the fucked up shit I'm talking about. Like just
Okay.
kind of innocent, but it's embarrassing because you're like so little. I'll tell you another one.
Sure.
One time,
Yeah,
my
you
aunt
haven't
caught
loaded
me because as a kid I used to shit. I used to be scared of the toilet, like
Yeah.
that something would be in the toilet because we always had frogs in our toilet at school,
Yeah.
and so I would squat over the toilet just in case like a snake or something came up and I could see it
Yeah.
coming.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd take shit squatting all the time. And I once went to my auntie and uncle's and I took a shit in there, but their door had no lock. And so she opened the door to me squatting over the toilet.
Oh.
So
Knee slap number 3.
fuck. That actually hurt. I like hit it with my fingers, like my kneecap with my fingers, and it hurt.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So your non walked in on you.
my nonna. No, my
squatting.
auntie.
Auntie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a AU nonna.
Huh?
It's an AU nonna.
Well, that just reminded me. Nonna was kind of built off these stupid nicknames we'd give for things. So,
Yeah.
like, there was this one chick that we called Margaret or some shit like that at school. It was
Yeah.
just a janitor. And she would always look angry and she'd speak in, like, Scottish and stuff. But we actually worked out her name one day, and it was Bev.
Fuck Bev.
And whenever Bev walked by, I'd be like, "Oi, Margaret!" And she'd look. She wouldn't really respond. She didn't know. Like,
That's fucking funny. I think I know who Bev was. I remember Bev.
I think we shouted out Bev, like, at times too. But, yeah. Other stupid school shit. You know Steve?
Yeah.
He would
Mm.
always
Shit.
throw.
You'd always what?
We'd have, like, this dispute between the other block, like the grade 9s when we were in grade 10.
Yeah.
And Steve would lob shit over the fucking to the other block. Like heavy shit.
What the
Full
fuck?
on rocks about the size of your palm. Like, he'd lob over.
What the why?
I don't know. Just to start shit with them and hopefully hit someone.
Steve's such a dick.
The thing is, last year he still did it. Like he threw like big ass sticks and stuff from the Aboriginal culture area over to the fucking grade 11 area in the hopes that he would hit someone. Oh, and he also
fuck?
throw it at us. He'd just be in there throwing shit at us.
Why?
And
Why? Steve?
like there was
Why?
2 other tables. They didn't know what the fuck was going on, but they almost got hit by sticks at times.
Steve's just like wiping everybody out
Yeah.
with sticks and shit, just because he's a dick.
He pretty much just wiped everyone.
What?
And everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing, Steve?" And the staff room was right there as well, so they could look out and see us. But like, I think one of the teachers came out at some point, just looked and like, "Steve, what are you doing?" Like, and laughing, like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, I don't know. He just drops the stick. He just walks back, and then they walk off, and he goes back. It's like at the end of grade 12, like you're expected to have higher maturity levels. Here he is throwing these fucking sticks around the block.
That's more just why,
Steve? Why? I still don't know that guy to this day. He doesn't make sense to me. Some of the shit he does,
just for a meme.
Like sometimes he'll just nipple twist my nipples whenever he feels like it.
But
it'll just be completely random.
Just a random twist of the nips.
Yeah, twist of the nips.
That's just Steve, I suppose.
Yeah, we should get Steve on the podcast.
We should. That'll be very interesting. And Zach, probably not at the same time.
Yeah, no, that would actually be a fucking shit show.
Because then, yeah, we'd get outnumbered or tied.
They would be the new hosts.
Yeah, the new Slaps and Weezers podcast.
I reckon Zach would drive the actual topics along pretty nicely.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, he does a fairly good job at
just the flow of conversation works so well with him.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
Actually, it's probably worth talking about. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, alright.
Because is it like an exhibit thing for high school? It's like Splendor in the Hall, where people would do like magical and musical and comedic acts all night. And because I was in film and TV, and I was the only guy that was going that wasn't like performing or anything, I was put in charge of filming the event. So I was in charge of all the cameras and the whatnot. And that was a pretty bad mistake because we actually would lay down a commentary track throughout the whole thing.
Just talking over this fucking over performance.
Yeah, like, I think for the whole thing except Jess's performance, because Jordan was there, and he's like, "All right, everybody, shut up." And then when it ended, that's when we all clapped the loudest. And we're like, "Oh yeah, woo, yeah, we did it," or whatever. And yeah, I know, it was just a fairly memorable night because it was actually really fucking funny, and I wasn't actually allowed to get the footage from that night.
Oh,
I was like, "Hey, can I get that footage?" And she's like, "What footage?"
Who was this?
I think it was Miss Boland at the time.
Yeah,
that's who I had for my senior years.
Oh, alrighty.
But I think she probably just forgot, or she's like, why do you want them? That's a really weird request.
Maybe I think she knows. I think she watched them and she knows.
She watched them. She's like, no, this is stupid. I gotta delete this.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, well, yeah. I think media was actually when I did all the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
Just because
during filming, we did a lot of stupid shit, like use tripods as guns and stuff like that. And just muck around.
Fucking Star Hunters, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When's the sequel to that coming out?
Never.
Right now.
I guess you'll find out when you watch the podcast because that picked that up. But
I've
got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you're a vegan baking specialist. Isn't it really hard to bake without eggs?
I primarily bake with eggs. What sort of question is that?
I got another one for you then.
Yeah.
What's the most common reason for people failing or giving up? Why do writers put their pens down and walk away?
Well, obviously, it's a very competitive market. I think a lot of the time they give up because they're not getting their work reviewed by the right people. They might have been doing it for 2 years, but they have no real idea how far they've come, or even if they're improved at all.
Awesome answer.
Yeah. That's my professional opinion on the matter.
Yeah. What are some specific roadblocks to watch out for?
Roblox, the game. Like, specifically that.
Roblox is a roadblock.
Yeah. I mean, roadblocks is worse than a roadblock, so Roblox. Must be. I don't know. I don't know what these questions are. Like,
So just for some context, I just got up some random website with like interview questions.
what? Why?
And it just came up with examples of how to like question and answer, and he just, I just passed the phone to him, and he read the answer to one of them.
Oh. All right. Well, that was very good.
Yeah,
And I've just remembered I have to tell that get together story.
do it.
Get together story. This is like the second get together. The second one. At Justin's house. You're gonna have to bleep that.
No.
I don't know. You don't have to.
I'm not.
I just thought it's just funny because his name's not actually Justin. Even though it probably is, but it's not. Yeah. It was one where we were just pouring gasoline on a fire to keep it going all night. Like we just feel like party cups of gasoline, just throw it at the fire. And at one point we threw it, and then gasoline spilt out of the fire pit, and there was just like patches of fire all over the yard. And it was really fucking funny because the only person sober enough to do anything about it was Pierce. But then the only person conscious enough to help him was me. And I was fucked. Like, we played King's Cup. Apparently, I don't remember playing King's Cup because when you play King's Cup, everyone has their drink. Now, because we were dipshit teenagers that had just recently finished high school, or maybe this was just before we finished high school. I don't fucking remember. I think this was still in high school. No, it was the year after. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. We were just drinking different things, like of varying strengths. Like there was like Barry or whatever with like a vodka cruiser. And then there was like someone else drinking like vodka something out of a cup. So it was like their own mix. And then like Justin was drinking his homebrew, and Justin's homebrew is fucked.
Yeah.
And then I was just drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels for some fucking reason. Like I didn't mix it. I was just drinking out of the bottle. And we're playing King's Cup. And in my mind, the last thing I remember is, hey, yeah, let's fire up King's Cup. And I cracked the Jack Daniels bottle. And then fast forward, however much time, I fall back in the chair. Fast forward again. It's dark everywhere. I wake up in a tent and I'm covered in piss.
Oh, fuck.
Like just my bottom half. Like
Oh.
my shirt was okay and my jacket didn't have to get washed. So yeah, it's my bottom half and I'm just like laying there freezing my ass off because it's like tail end of winter or whatever. Like somewhere in spring. So it's still fairly cold, especially like really late at night. You're laying there half wet and you're like, oh, what the fuck? I just wake up not knowing where the fuck I am, and I get up, walk outside, and pretty much everyone's still around the fire, and they're like, oh, you're fucking alive? And I'm like, yeah, I'm alive. And like, that's crazy. Like, we played King's Cup, you like drank the bottle of Jack Daniels, passed the fuck out, and you just wouldn't move. We had to drag you into the tent, and then I saw like the cartoonish drag marks, me being dragged up the hill. Please tell me we're recording.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, so he ended up just sitting in front of this fire for the rest of the night because I was so fucking cold because I was covered in my own piss.
Oh.
So yeah, like at the very arse end of the night when most of the people crashed, I think I was one of the few people that ended up, quote unquote, pulling an all-nighter. It sort of doesn't count because I passed out super early. But then I woke up and I pulled through. It was pretty much, me and Pierce just sitting around a fire. And I remember the next morning I got faded as fuck. And I was wearing like those 8-bit glasses and my Pikachu hat. I was just laughing at everything.
You just smelled like piss.
Yeah, just stunk of piss and
You just like
Jack Daniels.
typical weeb smelling like piss.
Yeah,
Pikachu hat. Empty bottle of Jack Daniels. That's such a fucking sight.
It was so fucked. That was so fucked.
So, I guess I have oh fuck. I have a drunk story.
Yeah.
You know this one probably. I was at Steve's.
Yeah.
And we got pretty plastered. You know, I was playing the chair like it was a guitar and shit like that.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, we were pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And I asked Sam, yo, Sam, you want to spar? And Sam, he's pretty lanky, orange haired dude, just for like context, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
Like a really pale.
Yeah, like
Sorta.
he's kind of like Fregley from Wimpy Kid, but much
Oh.
more attractive, I guess, than that, and taller.
Yeah.
Fregley from the Wimpy Kid. Holy shit.
Sure, that's a very good description. Carry on.
And anyway, I'm like, Sam, I want to spar. And
Yeah.
because we're just like that, we're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, you
he's
just start fighting each other.
he's more stupid. But
Oh yeah.
like he'll say yes to anything I ask when we're drunk, I guess. So we
Yeah.
start doing this sparring and shit, and I throw this kick because I'm like, see if you can dodge this. And stupid me not knowing like and having any control over anything. I haven't stretched or anything. I do this big ass kick, and I can kick over my head pretty easily.
Yeah.
And it was really quick, and it was it flicked out my knee, inverted pretty much.
Oh fuck that. No.
And it cracked all around.
Ha 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 ha.
So I had fractures and bruises all around my kneecap and underneath and stuff like that. It was fucked, and I felt it instantly, and I heard it. I heard the crack. I'm like, did you guys hear that? And I'm like, guys, this is actually serious. Like, I actually am fucked. And big fucking, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so I'll just say Big C comes over and picks me up because he's big guy.
Yeah.
And carries me into the house. And in the house, I'm greeted by Liam.
Yeah.
Yeah, big old Liam. And for context, Liam's a big old labo boy. He can handle his liquor pretty well. Not tonight.
No.
He even ate tonight. He ate a ton of sausages, and that really showed, I guess, when he
Yeah.
threw up all over the floor in front of me.
Oh.
The thing, Steve wasn't
gnarly.
pissed off that he threw up on the floor. He's pissed off that he projectile vomited all the way onto the power cord, like the power port on the other side of the room. And there was
What?
chunks of sausage everywhere. And
Would have been warm and shit.
And this was pretty
Soggy
funny
and
for me because
bad.
I was missing out on the party, so I was pretty entertained.
Yeah.
Not by the smell, but yeah. And I watched him most of the night sleeping at the front door. He was fucked. I don't know why I didn't go home because I was so fucked.
You had a fucked leg. Why didn't you go to the hospital?
Yeah, I don't know. But the next morning we went, and
Okay.
yeah, they didn't do much for me. They gave me crutches. Not even like, it was hurting like fuck, but no painkillers for you or anything. You're all good.
I guess they're probably like, well, this kid's just a fuckhead.
Yeah, I said
Like-
I slipped in mud to cover it up to know that I wasn't doing anything stupid.
I think
At
they
this-
saw right through it.
At the time, like, that didn't make really much sense to them that
It
I would
wouldn't.
like completely invert my leg.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they just had no fucking clue what the fuck had happened. They just thought it was a minor injury and it was a little bit swollen. No, this lasted a while, and I can still feel it to this day, ever so slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a permanent thing. But yeah, I came to yours
Yeah.
not too long after. And
Oh.
so yeah, there was a party going on there. We played some, I don't even know what it was, like tag or some shit. Dropped the crutches, drunk. Didn't really know what I was doing.
On that
and
fucking stone one.
it felt,
Stones.
I felt it in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Stoney's wine or whatever the hell.
Yeah, that one. That one.
It was like an Irish taste and ginger drink.
Yeah, it goes down fairly smooth and it's really cheap and
Yeah.
does
So-
the job.
Huh?
Does the job.
Yeah. Oh, that was a pretty decent night, I guess. Just,
Yeah, I remember you said something like, "Yeah, I'm not allowed to walk on this knee, or else it fucking hurts and it kills me the next day." I'm like, "Yeah, rightio." And then you got half cut, and then you immediately started running on it, and I'm like,
oh,
"This
dude.
fucking guy."
And like halfway through it, I started feeling it more and more and more, and it just got worse and worse. And the next morning, it was like the worst it had ever been. Yeah, the moral of the story is don't run on your fucking busted knee.
Yeah,
You'll regret it quite a bit.
yeah. Do you remember like hiding in like the cupboard or the closet or whatever? Because we're all hiding, and you're like, "Quick, help me hide!" Like I plopped you down, closed the door, ran away,
I don't remember anything of that
and then
nature.
I think you couldn't be found.
What the fuck?
I think he ended up not being found. But then Steve found you because you kept laughing. You just kept making stupid noises and laughing.
Oh god.
And yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the idea. I wanted them to find me. Even like that gatho that yous had. So yeah, Jeremy had a massive ass gatho, like, and everyone was invited pretty much.
Oh, was that V3?
That was the big one. And I sculled a bottle of Cowboy, which is this, like, I don't even know what the flavor is really. It's like a milky vodka, chocolate milky vodka.
It's like I think it's more of a wine product.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
Maybe. But it was fucked. I was fucked because I did that.
Yeah.
Jeremy, no, it was either you or it was Loki Steven that went out, got drinks, came back, and by the time you had gone and come back, like 15 minutes had passed, this bottle was gone because I just went off by myself on the couch out in the yard and just drank it all.
That's hectic.
Yeah, and then I started texting girls and shit, as far as I know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's funny as.
And then I learnt never to text a girl drunk. So yeah, good shit.
Yeah, it's not a very good idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were like marriage requests.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And calls. I did some calls, apparently.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I remember some of that night. I remember your mum sitting me down at the table and I was just nomming into some chicken.
I remember that too.
Yeah, like I ate a fuck ton of chicken. That's why I didn't throw up. Just
no, I remember that.
Getting food in my body.
Yeah, I remember being one of the less fucked up people that night, actually. So I don't think I ended up vomiting at all that night or anything.
Fucking plane.
Fucking plane. How long ago did the plane pass over? I can just start again from somewhere.
No, I think it'll be good. It'll be alright. Just for context, we're in a shed right now. It's like 10. So like any noises that come from outside are probably getting picked up. You're probably hearing crows and stuff. So there's a little bit of cracking on the roof too, which is a little weird, but yeah.
I think it's just the roof expanding.
Yeah. I guess new topic. Final topic.
Final topic.
What would you do if you were super rich?
If I was super rich, well, I'd constantly spend my money to keep myself busy and entertained.
Yeah.
So I'd probably end up just being like Batman or something.
Batman's entertained?
Yeah.
So you'd feed your wild side and get a bat suit and bash people up. Bash up criminals.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman's never bored.
Yeah, he's always having fun. Beating up criminals and
I didn't say
tormented by
fun.
the Joker.
I didn't say fun. I just said
well, you're saying it like you want to be entertained. So yeah. I mean, I think you mean occupied. You want just something to do with your money.
Yeah.
Something to do with yourself using your money. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I can see that being pretty fun. Like, why doesn't Elon Musk do that? Just make a fucking bat suit and then he's his own vigilante.
I guess Elon Musk probably cares just a little bit more about his self-preservation than I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting concept that I could probably say that I'd be willing to be a superhero or whatever, but then I get super rich and I'm like, but if I die, I lose all this money. It's like right now I don't care. Right now I don't care because I don't have lots of money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think it's like an appropriate thing to do to start like a business where you can use it to defend a city or whatever. Like you can. Well, obviously, I don't really believe in vigilantes. Like, you can't make up your own justice.
I think you can.
I think you can, but it's like you got to really watch where you're blurring the lines because Batman blurs a lot of lines.
Yeah, I think you can make your own justice in that there is like a definitive like good and evil.
Yeah.
And like so there has to be like some pathway that is like an ultimate good.
So that's all you would do with your money?
No.
No?
I mean, I don't know. I'd probably just do a bunch of just stupid shit that a superhero would do minus the actually saving people part.
Yeah.
I'd probably just like buy a plane and go fly it over like a third world country just to say, oh yeah, I've been to that third world country or something like that.
Just
like,
goes to Africa and just...
Oh yeah, just land in Africa and just bring like swimming pools worth of water with me.
I'd build up my own private African militia and pay them all.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Actually, I'd start a space program.
Because I mean, if you start your own like civilization in Africa, you're all of a sudden fixing Africa, or you're getting closer to fixing Africa because you're rich, so you can there's supply and demand. You can give people things, and they can give things back.
But who's to say you can get any land?
You just take it like Coney does.
No, I'd rather just start a space program, discover my own planet.
Yeah, do an Elon.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, I think Elon Musk is probably Batman, but realistic.
realistic Batman.
Like in real life, Batman probably shouldn't be Batman.
Well, he has a reason for being Batman.
Yeah, but he's more useful as Bruce Wayne.
That is true. Yeah, he can actually.
Like he's useful as Batman when the supervillains show up.
I think he could fix Gotham as Bruce Wayne alone.
Yeah,
He doesn't even need like.
he needs he ends up needing Batman because of supervillains like the Joker and that. Like,
But I think if he supplied the police with like proper gadgets, like what if all the police had bat suits? All of a sudden, police force of Batman.
At the same time, there was a problem of escalation. Like that was a problem brought up in the Batman movies.
Yeah,
Is that like you ramp it up?
The law enforces too much.
No, it's like whatever you bring to the table, the other side's gonna raise you on it.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the first one, Gordon and Batman are on a roof, and Gordon's like, we start bringing in like bulletproof vests, and they bring armor-piercing rounds.
Yeah.
We start bringing guns, and they bring like assault rifles.
But the thing is,
it's escalation. So it's like you wouldn't introduce like Batman to Gotham. The next logical step is for supervillains like the Joker and stuff. Like that's why the Joker arrived.
I think also though, like if Batman supplied them with his own unique weapons and stuff that can, stop criminals, then like what can they do?
I'm thinking more in terms of, in general, just stopping crime. Like
yeah. Anyway, do you want me to talk about?
Oh yeah. We ended up talking about Batman for some reason. I actually changed my mind. I don't actually want to be Batman anymore. I actually want to start a space program because I actually just want to go into space.
Yeah.
Like even just to the moon, and I'd set up like a base on the moon, and I'd build a home on the moon, and I'd be like,
I'd work towards terraforming the moon. I'd understand that I wouldn't be able to do it in my lifetime, even with the amount of money that I'd have. But
that's why I want to do something achievable for me.
Hmm.
Like I would build a house, and then probably terraform the other half.
We see you terraform it first, so you create an atmosphere.
No.
You bomb it and create an atmosphere that is actually breathable and stuff.
Yeah, well, but I want to live there. I guess bomb it when I die.
Yeah, just bomb my
well, just
belongings.
I could just build a house. You know how they have removable houses now?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a house down, plop it, and then just move it off planet.
Do one of those domes where it's got its own atmosphere and stuff.
Either way, it's the
Oxygen
problem.
dome.
I'd have to move it and then shoot the moon.
Yeah.
And then it has an atmosphere
Hooray.
on the moon sphere.
But yeah, if I was
yeah.
if I was that rich, I'd make a bunker, a really big bunker. Not for
nuclear
like
bunker?
nukes or anything, not for an apocalypse, but just because I'd like to live in a bunker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have sick parties in this bunker. It'd just be really cool. And all my friends could live with me. It'd be like,
that's groovy.
Think of a Fallout bunker from Fallout, but bigger. Like it's just got more space, really.
Okay.
Everyone's got their own room. They can decorate it however they want.
That's groovy as fuck.
So you walk down the stairs, and it's like a bit of a hall, and like there's big open room, cinema room, game room.
Wouldn't it be able to double as like a nuclear shelter or
It
or a zombie
probably.
apocalypse like house?
I'd have to make it pretty deep though. Perhaps there'd
Well,
be
yeah,
like a
why not?
level 2,
Yeah.
or like a secret bunker where all the orgies go on.
I can imagine like it's like a third act to an apocalypse movie where everyone goes to the orgy section of the bunker because it's like where your final stand is because it's the very back.
And they're like, "Oh, all right, I guess we better fuck."
Yeah, they're just there, and the movie ends with like one final orgy before like the zombies come in and eat them all, and then it's a zombie orgy for the rest.
Yeah, the zombies start fucking after they win.
Well, yeah, that's what everyone. That's what everyone does.
The zombies,
win.
whenever they devour the brain of the human, they repeat the actions of that human
Dude.
Yeah. All right, guys. It's the pitch segment. I'm kidding. We're not doing that this week, unfortunately.
No.
But I think, should we wrap it up?
We don't have any
Don't think we
outro
have any more.
topics or anything?
Yeah, I don't think we have any more to talk about. So,
Alright, that's cool.
thanks for tuning in to the Knee Slaps and Wheezers podcast. Hope you enjoyed this one, but more than the last one. We've
I think this one went a bit smoother than the last one.
yeah, because the last one we were tired, and yeah,
I was actually really tired for that last one.
we did that at about midnight on a Friday, so that's always fun after a long week.
This time we did it, Tuesday morning?
Yeah, this is a Tuesday morning, and now it's midday. So
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
anyway, yeah, once again, cheers for watching, and make sure
Yeah.
you catch the podcast on SoundCloud and YouTube.
And it'll be on Spotify at some point as well.
Uh,
Just figuring it.
I've
figuring
looked
out
that
how
up,
to get
and
it on Spotify.
it is such a retarded process, and it's just
That's
you
why
have
I
to
reckon,
be you have to be big with a brand or some shit. I don't know, but anyway,
Yeah, you need a label
yeah, you
or
need,
something.
yeah.
We'll just start our own private label.
Anyway, yeah, we'll catch you
Yeah,
guys.
we'll actually end this though.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.